This AroundWellington.com news spot has been brought to you by High Tech Plumbing and Air, who offers same-day service, 24-hour emergency service, and a 100% guarantee that you will be satisfied with their work. Their goal is to be your one source for all plumbing, heating, and AC repairs, plus any installations in your home or business. Call 561-790-5556 or visit high-techplumbingandair.com. Also brought to you by Bright Horizons Early Education and Preschool, nurturing a love of learning from infancy through pre-K. Their early education programs include individualized, flexible curriculums with knowledgeable and experienced teachers who inspire children at every age and stage to discover the joys of learning. Call today at 561-753-9140 and visit brighthorizons.com/Wellington.
Good evening. My name is Blanca Greenstein. I'm with AroundWellington.com, and I'm here this evening with Georgina Bloomberg. Thank you so much for coming tonight. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So the first thing we're going to talk, obviously, is horses. So tell us, what was your inspiration to become a rider?
My mother actually grew up riding horses in England when she was younger, and always kind of wanted my sister and I to, start getting involved in horses. And as soon as I started riding and taking some lessons, I really loved it. And then the moment that I competed, I absolutely fell in love with it.
And how old were you when you competed the first time?
I started competing when I was 6 years old.
Wow, that's pretty young. And how old were you when you got to compete here at Palm Beach International Equestrian Center?
I actually didn't get to start coming here until I was 15 years old. I grew up kind of going to smaller shows and one days, and then when I worked really hard and kind of accomplished enough to have it be worth my parents' time shipping me down here, I was able to come, and I've loved coming down here ever since. I fell in love with it right away, and I consider Wellington a second home.
That's so nice.
I'm proud to be a huge part of it. I'm a huge supporter of Mark Bellissimo and everything that he's done for not only the town of Wellington, but also the sport of show jumping. And I think that it's now a lovely place for kids to come and families to come. As a competitor, it's a place that now I really enjoy being at. There's great food stands, great shopping, great facilities, and we obviously get huge crowds. And it's a joy to be at and to be able to spectate, but also to exhibit at.
Speaking of children, I understand you just became a mother. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a 14-month-old son, Jasper. He's at home now. He's going to watch tonight's class on TV. Excellent. But he loves coming here. It's one of his favorite places to come, and it's a really wonderful place. Wellington is just to be able to raise a family, and lots of great things for kids, and a place that he loves to grow up.
That's so nice.
Actually, one of the things that I'm most proud of is my partnership with coming into Equestrian Sport Productions and becoming a partner here is an event that I started that you'll actually see later this evening. We call it Saturday Night Lights Dog Rescue, and I've been able to bring in a local dog rescue every Saturday evening. We've had Second Chance, we've had Peggy Adams, we've had All for One, we've had some amazing dog rescues, and they've been able to come here and get some great exposure. They have a gazebo by the spectator entrance, and they're able to put up information and banners and showcase some of the amazing dogs that are looking for homes. And right before the class starts, we let them walk around the arena, and the crowd is able to see some of the amazing dogs looking for homes. And we hope to bring each rescue some exposure and also find some homes for the dogs that are here this evening.
That's so nice. What's your proudest moment as a rider?
For me, I was able to win a competition here on Saturday night a couple weeks ago, and for me, I've never won a Saturday night event here, and that was great. It's something that I've always wanted to do, so I would say in this ring that was probably the top.
Amazing. And on the converse, what is your most embarrassing moment as a rider, if you're willing to share it with us?
Absolutely. I always say that it's those moments when you hit the dirt and you embarrass yourself and you don't win. Those are the ones that make you really appreciate winning. We wouldn't appreciate the blue ribbon if you hadn't, worked really hard and had many failures along the way. And I'm just as proud of those failures and coming back as I am, the blue ribbons and the wins. I've had many embarrassing moments, and I'm, very proud of all of them. Too many to even share.
That's so true. In one article in People magazine, you said, I always want to teach kids how to be a loser. What did you mean exactly?
Absolutely. I think that, losing and, failure is part of life. And I think that's very important for children to learn as well as adults. You know, I've worked very hard in show jumping, and I've had many more bad days than good days, and any top rider will tell you that. But it makes you work harder. It makes you come back, you know, the next day and work even harder to have that success. And I think that people who can't handle failure and losing don't really belong in this sport. It's very difficult to function in this sport without, you know, the ability to have a bad day and then still come back and work just as hard, and then you appreciate the win.
No, that's absolutely true.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to actually co-write 5 novels. I have an amazing co-writer who has a lot of experience doing, you know, young adult books. And I obviously have a lot of experience, you know, in the horse show world, so we were able to sort of combine the two and work really well together. And it was a really great experience to really be able to connect with, you know, I had a great childhood growing up in the horse show world, and I feel like I've had a lot of experiences. And it was really nice to be able to write about them and show them, and kind of show people that, you know, this sport really brings people from all walks of life together. And that we're all the same, we all have our problems, but riding really brings people together.
What do you love most about Wellington in general?
You know, for me, I love everything about it. I love, you know, the community feeling. I love that I can walk into a restaurant and always know somebody. I can walk into Whole Foods and always know somebody. They always say hello. The people in Starbucks know my name. It's that's something, especially coming from a big city, that I don't get at home. So I do love that, and I love just the horsey feel. I love that they embrace the horse show and that they're proud that the horse show is here, because we're very proud to call Wellington home, and it's nice to feel the love reciprocated.
Which equestrians are you currently working with?
I work with and for Megan Noose in Amalea Investments. She's a young professional, and also she rides with Kent Farrington, who's, you know, at the top of the sport, so I get the amazing opportunity to be part of his team also. And I think the most important thing to remember when you're taking care of horses is that each horse is an individual. I think it's really important that people realize these horses are just like people. They have allergies, they have emotional problems, they have physical problems, they have lots of things that if you don't know the horses each individually, that it would be very difficult to take care of them whole. So if I'm grooming a horse, I'll go in the stall, pick their feet, brush out their mane and tail, bring them into the grooming stall, curry comb, sometimes vacuum if they're filthy, you know, use various brushes, fly spray, hoof oil. There's a lot. I mean, the grooms are, I think, the core part of show jumping, and taking care of the animals is the main thing. If we didn't have the grooms, we'd have nothing, you know. They're pretty much the backbone of the whole team. Each of our grooms have 3 horses that they take care of, so it's very personal with each horse, and we keep them with us year-round, and when they go to Canada, they go to Europe, they always have the same groom. We never switch their horses with grooms.
That is so interesting. So the horse is actually having a relationship with the groom and being used to the person working with them.
Yeah, I think in our program, that's what we really stress is one of the most important things with the horses, is that the grooms and the horses have a very strong bond, and the grooms know the in and out of the horse, every little detail. I mean, my grooms can tell you every scratch or nick or anything that this horse has on them. I'm really bad. I could never work in a sales barn because I think of these as my children, you know, and you get so attached to them and their personalities, and just what they do for you is not normal. I mean, it's not normal for a person to get on the back of this animal and jump it over nearly 6 foot tall fences. I mean, you have to have a personal relationship with these horses to make them want to do it for you, you know, and with our horses, we treat them like family and pets, and so we're not forcing them to do anything. They're doing it because they want to.
That's phenomenal. What can you tell us about what improvements you've made recently on the Palm Beach International Equestrian Center for purposes of the community?
Well, basically every year we work harder and harder to make it more accessible and more fun. So this year we've really just made improvements to the actual layout. So it's easier for people to get in. We have more paving, so it's not dirty at all, super clean. And of course we have the fantastic carousel there, which all the kids love. One of the most important things for the horses is the ground, and I don't know whether you can see in the background here, but you have the pink footing. It's really important that that footing is perfectly maintained for the horses, because they have to jump so much. So what we've done this year is we brought in new equipment to prepare the footing, and then we put in extra footing to make it even better than it was before. So it's one of the key elements of what we do. Well, especially here at the horse show, we have so much for the families to do. We mentioned the carousel. We also have face painters, pony rides, We have entertainment for the kids with fire eaters and stilt walkers. And then we have here behind us, you can probably hear the band, but the kids all dance to the band. We have competitions for them, and we generally make it very, very accessible.
That is so true. There's a lot to do for people of all ages, really. And are there any restaurants on the property?
Yeah, we have lots of different types of food. We have Tito's Tacos, which is becoming famous in the area for Saturday night margaritas. But then we have hot dogs, hamburgers, and it's all reasonably priced. It's nothing is outrageous at all, so it's good value for the family as well.
Is there any cost to enter this Saturday Night Lights?
No, it's free to come in. It's $20 for a carload, as many as you want. And now we have so many people coming now that we have free off-site parking. And then you just we have a free shuttle to bring you in, so you can come here for nothing.
That's incredible. And what about the bounce house and the pony rides and all of those for the kids? Is there an extra charge for that?
Everything is free. We really want to bring people here and have a great Saturday night.
Fantastic. And what is, if you were to answer the question of all the 12 weeks, what is the best event that you cannot miss?
Week 12, the finale. $500,000 in prize money in one competition, $100,000 in another competition. It all happens at night. It's an amazing event.
It sounds amazing. Thank you so much for being with us, Michael. We really